Welcome to episode 31 of Chamber TV. We're kicking off our summer tour at the Frederick Visitor Center in downtown Frederick. Our first guest, Sandy Wagerman, will discuss the Best Places to Work awards and other ways to celebrate success in the workplace. Our second guest is Eileen Foley-Breck from Aspire Women's Boutique, who is here to tell us what not to wear in summer 2013. We'll close our show with a rocket performance by Old Receiver Band to celebrate the Frederick arts scene. Please welcome your co-hosts, Joe Porpiglia and Lauren Hagan.
Welcome to episode 31. I'm Lauren Hagan here with my co-host, Joe Porpiglia.
Well, welcome back. And as you can see, we are on the first stop of our summer tour here at the Frederick Visitor Center. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. If you're watching online, you've already found our YouTube channel. We're also posting to the Chamber's new blog, frederickchamberblog.org. You'll find photos, videos, Chamber TV, Positively Frederick, and all other updates from the Chamber there.
Now, during this session, at some point, I'm going to have to actually say that whole thing.
frederickchamberblog.org.
Okay. Anyone can submit a story about something good that happened in Frederick County. Just go ahead and send it on in, and we'll put it on that Positively Frederick.
Yes, we will. This month, we're featuring a post submitted by Brittany Deal of Downtown Frederick Partnership.
Brittany's post talks about the Get It Downtown scavenger hunt, which brought together some of Frederick's most city-savvy residents who competed for the coveted title of Scavenger Hunt Champions.
I'm not sure if that's what they call it, but that's what I called it. So, Team Zizou came out on top this year. The event brought together a lot of team camaraderie and promoted some of Frederick's history and hidden gems.
All right, so here it goes. I'm going to have to say it soon.
Gotta say it.
You can read the full story by visiting the Positively Frederick category on the Chamber blog, frederickchamberblog.org. So again, if something good happens and you want to send it in, a little story or pictures, go ahead and send it into the Chamber and we'll put it on the blog.
We will. And it's time for our Frederick Factoid for those of you who like to impress your friends at networking events with fun local trivia.
Wasn't it John that actually needed things and that's how it started?
Maybe.
To come up with this? I thought so.
Tips first.
All right, well, this month's factoid is once again brought to us by the Historical Society of Frederick County. On June 14th, 1777, better known as Flag Day, the Second Continental Congress issued the flag resolution to establish the official flag of the United States.
They did, and what they said was that there should be 13 stripes, alternating red and white, and 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing a new constellation. So over the years, the flag has changed a lot due to the addition of more states, and no one design was constant.
Well, then that brings us to 1795 in Frederick. We had to tie Frederick in, of course.
Of course.
Where Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner. His verse was inspired by a flag that had evolved to 15 stripes and 15 stars, the only flag to ever include 15 stripes.
And just this month, the original manuscript of the Star-Spangled Banner was reunited with its author at Mount Olivet Cemetery in Frederick. If you witnessed this great event, then I encourage you to submit it to the Positively Frederick blog.
Okay, well, that's this month's factoid. If you'd like more information, guess what? Check out the links online at the Chamber blog.
Stay tuned for our first special guest, Sandy Wagerman, who will chat with us about the Best Places to Work awards.
Thank you for tuning in to episode 31 of Chamber TV. Refreshments for our live studio audience were provided by the Frederick Coffee Company.
Well, welcome back. Our first guest is the research specialist at Frederick County Business Development and Retention.
With the Best Places to Work awards coming up on August 20th, we wanted to talk about the importance of celebrating successes in your workplace. So please join me in welcoming our first guest, Sandy Wagerman.
Well, thanks for joining us, Sandy.
Thank you.
So tell me, how does the Best Places to Work awards really affect the business here in Frederick?
Well, I think it has a great story to tell. It started 11 years ago as an initiative with the Office for Children and Families, actually. So it began on a really small scale, and over the past 11 years, it has grown into what we like to think a very exclusive and elite group of past award winners. The partnership has grown from the Office for Children and Families to our office, the Frederick County Business Development and Retention Office, the Frederick Chamber, the City Department of Economic Development, as well as Frederick County Workforce Services. So over the past few years, we've changed a lot of the criteria. We've really kind of revamped it and made it an exclusive must-have award for every company in Frederick County.
Great. And why do you think it's so important to formally recognize organizations that go above and beyond for their employees?
Well, I think it's awesome to have companies like we do in Frederick who really value having creating an environment for their employees that they can be proud of and respected. There's nothing better than walking into an environment and feeling appreciated. So I think that it's important to recognize that and to also increase competitiveness in the hiring process. So it's a great retention and recruitment tool.
Well, based on the results of past years, what incentives that companies have given are most appreciated by the employees?
That's a really great question. I think that we evaluate things not only using the traditional things like paid time off and health insurance, but we also give weight to things like voluntary turnover rates and median salaries. All of those things are taken into consideration. So while a traditional benefits package is nice, there are lots of other extras that we like to include as well. Even going so far as to mentioning a company's diversity practices, we also find important.
Great. And what are 3 easy ways that any company can motivate their team and celebrate successes?
I think that it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. I think that in the last year's past winners, we saw things like having staff lunches, rewarding employees with dress down days on Fridays. A lot of the past award winners talk a lot about recognizing employees, and those things don't have to cost a lot of money, and being recognized among your peers is a wonderful thing.
Well, thank you very much, Sandy. If you'd like to find out more about this and get a little bit more information about the 2013 Best Places to Work Awards, guess what? You can find that information and more on the Chamber blog.
You don't have to say it this time.
Thank you.
Thank you. One great benefit of Chamber membership is exclusive member-to-member coupons, not only because you're saving money, but you're supporting local businesses too.
Well, this month we have specials from Dog Days of Summer Pool Service and Taste Frederick Food Tours.
If you haven't yet, make sure you open your pool up by June 30th and you can take advantage of the Dog Days of Summer pool opening discount. They're offering $50 off.
And with the beautiful warm weather and outdoor seating, Chamber members can take 20% off groups of 2 or more for the Taste Frederick Food Tour featuring downtown Frederick restaurants. Now, that might mean somebody like John will have to find somebody in order to get the discount.
You would have to find another person.
Because it's groups of at least 2.
To go with it.
Okay.
You can find these discounts and many more on our website, frederickchamber.org. You click on the big red button that says Member-to-Member Coupons.
All right, well, we'll be right back with our next special guest. They can't change the channel. I keep telling you they can't. It's on.
You got me.
Are you interested in supporting Chamber TV? Each month an episode sponsor will be recognized during this commercial break. To learn more about promoting your company on Chamber TV, call 301-662-0745.
Well, welcome back. Our next guest is here to give us some tips on popular office styles for the summer of 2013.
But it's important to remember that we're not just talking about showcasing your style. We're also here to address how to balance your summer style with professionalism in the workplace, which can be a challenge. So here to discuss this in detail, please join me in welcoming Eileen Foley-Breck of Aspire Women's Boutique.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's start off by discussing how a small image like clothing can add to a person's professional image.
Your professional image is very important. I mean, pardon me, don't forget that old adage, you dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So definitely take a look at maybe middle or upper management, how they're dressing, the image that they're portraying, and take your cues there.
Great. And in a few moments, we'll bring out our wonderful Chamber of Commerce models to show us what to wear. But while we're here, can you tell us 5 things that you should absolutely not wear to the workplace or in a professional setting?
Yes, and I feel I should preface this by saying we're talking about sort of a more conservative corporate office setting. If you're a marine biologist or you're in a lab, of course, your clothing might be different. But in a formal office setting, avoid flip-flops at all cost. There's no room for flip-flops in an office. Short shorts have really shown well on the runways the last 2 years, and short shorts are a really nice look, even paired with a nice conservative jacket. But short shorts might play better in the offices of Vogue and not here in Frederick. Watch bare midriffs. We have this challenge even buying for ourselves in the store because a lot of pants and rises these days are short. So when you try on a pair of pants, be sure to sit down in them before you leave the store and make sure you're not showing a bare belly or a bare backside. And fabrics can often be very see-through, especially now these new polyester fabrics are very see-through. So take your girlfriend with you, get a second opinion. Can you see through this? So just watch for that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well then I guess we'll head over there and bring out the models. All right, well today we have Nan and Mindy from the Chamber office.
Let's give them around.
Now, could you tell us a little bit about what they're wearing and why it fits into how you described the image that you wear?
Absolutely. We'll start with Mindy. Mindy's in something very trendy for 2013, which is geometric prints. Black-white geometrics was very popular on the runways this year. And you can see it's gathered here at the waist, which is a very slimming, attractive look. Now, Mindy's in a sleeveless dress, and I'm sure lots of ladies have found challenges with sleeveless dresses this year because they're all over the place. So we put a nice cardigan on top so that she can cover up, especially in the office temperature wars. You know, some like it really cold, some like it a little warmer, so she can throw on the jacket in a meeting or if she's cold. And she can lose the jacket and go out for drinks at night afterward, which is great.
Wow, well, there you go. Over her shoulder.
Nan's sporting a perfect cotton white jacket, and a cotton white jacket is a staple in the wardrobe for years. It can go from jeans to workplace. Underneath, she has a spaghetti strap tank, and I would say spaghetti straps are a don't in the workplace, but underneath the jacket, it's very appropriate. It can keep you nice and cool. And we've got her in a geometric skirt, which is a nice neutral because she could go white on top, black on top. She could even throw a color like coral or turquoise on top. So she has a lot of options here. So layering, I think, is a good skill to have when dressing for the workplace.
Absolutely, great. Well, whoever in this audience is the best dressed is going to win a gift card to Aspire at Eileen. Eileen is going to choose our winner. So thank you both. We were the best dressed. Thank you both for modeling, and thank you for joining us on our show.
Thank you. Well, that wraps up episode 31 of Chamber TV.
As always, there's a lot going on at the Chamber, so make sure you check out our calendar events on the website, frederickchamber.org, to see all the upcoming events.
And here we go. We've posted links to all the topics we've discussed today on the Chamber's new blog, frederickchamberblog.org.
Thanks for tuning in to our 31st episode.
This month's show is made possible by the following volunteers and donors.
Sean Morrissey is our announcer.
Oh, that's right. Now you've set me up again.
I'm sorry. It was a minor change last
Well, I'm
week.
going to give Mindy Benke credit for being our cinematographer, even though we have a guest cinematographer. But
We do have Miss Kelly Beach, Maven Award winner, as our cinematographer. And catering for our live studio audience was provided by Frederick Coffee Company. Let's give them a round of applause.
And thank you to the Frederick Visitor Center for hosting us on our summer tour. If you haven't come yet to see this center, you really must. It's fascinating to walk through it, and it'll give you a good sense of Frederick County.
Everything you want to know about Frederick is right here. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for tuning in. But to wrap up our show, Joe, I thought you might want to help me introduce your favorite band, featuring our Chamber TV host, John Michael Bailey. He actually brought you this shirt as a gift for his band for you to wear.
Wow.
How sweet is he?
Now, while they're playing, I will put this on. It would be awkward to
We'll
put it on
have to
right
get
now.
a photo of
Yes.
it as well.
Yeah. Now, Old Receiver Band is comprised of chamber members, including Casey McKay and Ian Morrison of Stultz Air, and Sarah McKay with the City of Frederick.
And don't forget John Michael Bailey of Wood Street.
John Michael Bailey is my hero. That is actually what it says here. I am always blown away by the many things that John seems to be able to do and by the many more that he can't do. Anyway, Old Receiver Band pops up all over Frederick at local businesses to perform live. You can find more information about their pop-up videos and view their shows online by clicking the link on the Chamber blog. And I'll tell you, I did look at it, and despite John, they really are fabulous, and you really should listen to them. And if they're playing in town, go see them.
That wraps up our show. Until next time, we'll see you around town and online at frederickchamberblog.org. Now please put your hands together for Old Receiver Band.